Nintendo have unveiled a follow-up to their popular Wii video game console. They're calling it the Wii-U. It was unveiled with plenty of razzmatazz and a full-size symphony orchestra at E3 Video Game Conference in Los Angeles.
And our science correspondent David Gregory is there, and he can reveal how Midland's video game companies are being lined up to produce games for the new machine. David, over to you.
That's right, Suzanne. After Nintendo's big announcement, we came back to E3 to do a bit of detective work behind the scenes. We wanted to try and find out which ones of our Midlands game developing companies had got their hands on the new Wii U console. Although it won't be launched until 2012, Nintendo want to tempt games developers to start work on the Wii U now. They're particularly interested in ideas for their new controller with a built-in touchscreen.
But it's really great the support we've had from developers and people like Codemasters in the UK looking to release games on it as well.
Codemasters, with offices near Leamington Spa and in Birmingham, had one of their games featured at the Wii U's launch. Developers are notoriously coy about this sort of thing, but you can generally assume if one of their games appears in the big key speech from Nintendo, they've already been playing with the new console.
For the new console itself, we were talking to Nintendo probably slightly just before Christmas. As I think Iwata-san announced on stage, he has talked to a number of developers across the planet, and we were very happy to support him.
And representatives from Leamington Spa's Blitz games were also in the launch audience. They were enthusiastic too.
With the Wii, they were very good at getting the casual market, but they never really won the hearts of the hardcore gamers, the people who went out and bought the PlayStation 3s and the Xbox 360s. This machine, however, is actually more powerful than both of those, and so they're hoping they can grab that audience as well and still retain the casual market. Basically, they're going for everyone.
So have they had access to the new machine?
Kit is very, very rare. We are working with Nintendo, but I can't talk too much about how much kit is around.
Unfortunately, all they had was like a handful of tech demos to kind of say, well, this is the kind of thing you can do. So without any actual games to play, it's really hard to gauge exactly what it's going to really be like.
Any new console is a gamble, but Nintendo is betting on games from Midlands companies to stack the odds in their favour. David Gregory, BBC Midlands Today, Los Angeles.
So David, realistically then, how important is this console to our companies?
Well, as I said, Suzanne, it's always a gamble, a new console, and you can go one of two ways. At one extreme, a company can shovel out lots of cheap and cheerful games, and you'll sell a lot of them if the console's popular, but you might damage the brand of your company. Or you can go the other way, invest a lot of time and money in a very big game, but if the console doesn't sell, you won't sell a lot of copies. So the idea of being at E3 for people like Blitz and Codemasters is to assess how popular the new Nintendo console is going to be. And what they discuss here with other companies will decide their business decisions about this new console.
So what's been happening there today, David?
Well, the big story today is another Midlands company, Codemasters. They're Birmingham studios. We're going to go and talk to them about their new Formula One game and talk to them about what happens when you have a big license like Formula One and you develop a game for it. For example, now the Bahrain Grand Prix has probably been cancelled. How will that influence the game? So that's going to be in tomorrow's programme. But you can read my impressions of my first tryout of the new Wii U console on my blog, and the address of that is bbc.co.uk/David Gregory. But for now, from a rather overcast LA, it's back to you in the studio.
Poor you, David.
Thank
Thanks
you,
very
David.
much indeed. And you see his chauffeur was circling there in that amazing buggy.
Quite relieved the sun's gone in, aren't you?
Yes, I know. I'm very glad. I ordered it, in
Delighted.
fact. Yeah.